Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I am so excited to show you what we got rolling here, and it is going to be a new spreadsheet that we have for you, so that way we can really get down to some of the most important things, which is tracking your numbers. So first off, glad to have you over here at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. We're excited if you're just joining. We're excited if you've been here for a while. We're excited to have you and roll out something new. So here is what we have for you. This is our spreadsheet that our coaches are going to end up having for you to be able to really hold some good, solid accountability numbers. So if you haven't run through the volume breakdown analysis, you should really run through the volume breakdown analysis. And this is also going to be a tool to see what numbers are the best numbers to be using in the volume breakdown analysis. So once you kind of rolled on this for about a month, you should go back and really look at your numbers to make sure that those volume breakdown analysis, if you've done that yet, is the right numbers to be using. So this is a great sheet. And what we're doing over here is we're tracking what you are doing every day, so that way we know where you're sitting and can properly coach and train you on what to implement next. So this is going to be basically how many ads you guys are running. So I'm in here in column C. How many ads are you currently running today? So if I know you'll have multiple ads running at a period of time, but I'm talking about how many new ads did you run today? So we like to say consistency over here is important. So remember, spend about 20% of your time right now working on the business and 80% of the time in it. At some point in time, it'll creep up more and more and more, and you'll spend more and more time working on the business instead of in it. Like Todd over here in our office, our CEO, he does not spend as much time in the business as he spends on it. So right now, this is going to be running some ads. So we want to make sure that you guys are spending about 20% of your time actually working on the business. So ads. Let's say you ran 3 ads today. You go out there and you run let's say a free Facebook Marketplace ad, you go run a free Craigslist ad, and you maybe go run a Google pay-per-click ad, and it's an actual paid ad. So let's say you run 3 ads today, great. Next day, you don't run any ads, 0 ads. You don't actually pump out any more additional ads. That would be 0. Yes, I know these ads are going to continue running and continue generating leads for you, but I'm talking about how many new ads you physically created and put out into the world. So that's what I want to know here. So then let's say you run, you start getting a little more consistent. You run 2, you start running 2, you actually pick maybe a specific time, maybe every single day, let's say right in the morning, right when you wake up, 8 o'clock in the morning, you're running ads. So probably shouldn't take you maybe more than 30 minutes to run maybe an ad, maybe 2. So let's say running ads. So there you go. Now let's say you're starting to generate some leads. So we got 3 ads. You have some lead flow coming in, you get 8 leads, then you get, let's say, 12 leads, then you get 15 leads, then, you're starting to ramp up your, the amount of leads on here. So let's just keep running that. Then we start booking appointments. So how many appointments did you have today? So this is the number of leads, how many new leads, new unique leads that you've never seen before hit your site. So that's what I'm looking for here from the ads that you created. All right, great. So now we got appointments. How many appointments were you supposed to be on today? So if you had, let's say, 2 appointments, awesome. 2 appointments were booked. You're supposed to have 2. Let's say you get 1 cancellation and 1 show up. That means you would have 1 held appointment. You held 1 appointment and the other one didn't show up. So this would be how many you were supposed to have. This would be how many you actually had. So then we go in and say, how many agreements did you get signed? So I don't care if this is a listing agreement or a buying agreement. How many agreements did you get signed today, listing or buying agreements? All right, so you had 1 new agreement signed. Awesome. So, or let's say you didn't get it. If you didn't get it, it would be 0 new agreement signed. So let's say we got it, great. Now we're working with either we have an active listing, a new listing, or we have a new buyer. Perfect. How many houses did you show today? Let's say you got a new buyer. You went and showed them 3 houses. Awesome. Now now, and this would be how many houses you actually showed. So you might be with one client, you might have shown 3 houses. Great, that's what we're putting there. How many actual houses you went out and showed. How many closed appointments you had. So you actually closed a deal. That would be sitting here. So let's say you closed 1 today, or let's say you closed 0 today. Either way, plug a number in there. All right. How many active listings? So these are running numbers. Okay. This is like unique things that happen that are new. So like this is a new ad that you would put out there. These are new leads you had. These would be new appointments you set. This would be a new actual held appointment that you had. This would be a new signed agreement, and this would be new houses that you showed the next day, and this would be a new house that you closed. So, all right, great. So those are all unique. So those are what we call running numbers. So now this right here is going to be an active listing. So let's say you had 2. These are usually going to be more consistent. So the next day you had 2. 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 And then you get a new listing agreement. Great. Now you got 3. Awesome. And let's say the next day, 1 goes pending. Awesome. Now it goes down here and you put a new pending deal. So the only way the active listings would leave is if they expire, they're gone, the contract is null and void, or it goes pending. So that's the only way this would drop off the listing bucket. Okay. Same with a signed buyer agreement. How many signed buyer agreements do you have? So in this case, let's say you got 1 from that appointment, you got another 1 from that appointment, and now you're running with 2. And let's say all of a sudden this one, the guy, you show a house and it goes pending, great. Then it would be 1 here, and you would go down to 1 new buyer. So, and then this would change when it goes to closed status. So the pending doesn't change from pending status unless it is a canceled withdrawn agreement. So someone actually cancels, like let's say your due diligence, and someone gets rid of, they end up terminating the agreement. Great. So if they terminate the agreement, we go back to having a signed buyer. All right. So, and yeah, I said great. We all know that's not great. But all right, that's the only way a deal, so a pending deal drops off the list. Either it's a canceled agreement or it closes. So these numbers stay on. So we're trying to see what the numbers are from how many active listings do you currently have, how many buyers are you actively working with, and how many pendings you have. And buyers that you're actively working with, use the VIP buyer agreement. So how many VIP buyers are you working with? How many VIP listings do you have? That's the numbers we're really looking for right there. So awesome. Now, this is what we are really going for over here. All right. So we all know, you start getting, this is what we're trying to get rid of, is that income roller coaster that we talk about. So we don't want you guys to be on an income roller coaster. So what is that going to need? What you're going to need is consistency, and you better know your numbers too, because you're not going to get off this income roller coaster unless you know these numbers. All right. If you all of a sudden start slacking in your ads, this is why most real estate agents who have a job and not a business have the income roller coaster. Businesses don't experience this as much because they have people that they leverage, that they're consistently doing this. So they're consistently marketing every single day. They don't just stop ads. If they stop the ads, all of a sudden they would go out of business. The car dealers said, I'm done running ads because I have too much business coming in. Like, that's craziness. They don't stop running ads. They continue running ads, just like you as a real estate agent should do, no matter how much business you have. You would just need to leverage other people. So first things first, when we start this thing out, is we need a lead problem. Todd says you can't have a business without an overflow of leads. So first thing we need to do is create an overflow of leads. Once we create an overflow of leads, we need to create an overflow of appointments. So getting more appointments appointments than we can get to. Once we have this problem, man, we are about to start running the business. We need people. So we need people on our team that can help us continue doing everything else. So first create a lead problem, then create an appointment problem. Then we have a people problem that we need to go solve. And now we really have a true business that is about to be established. So this is what we do not want to see, that we see this all the time with real estate agents. They start running ads, then they stop, and they stop running ads, and they stop running their ads, and all of a sudden lead flow begins to go down because there's no new ads running, which is naturally going to take them to numbers that probably will begin to look like this. All right, so then, well, this is what will happen. So great. They're like, oh, they're getting all this new business. They're like, oh man, this is awesome. I have 72 new leads. I cannot get to all of these leads. So naturally, what do? I'm going to start calling and booking appointments, and I'm not going to generate as many ads out there. This is the problem that we're going to get into. So we stop generating the ads, and now we get appointments. We're starting to get busy. And we're starting to generate some more appointments. We're starting to generate an appointment every single day. Now we're starting to land some agreements. We're getting busy. We're starting to work with some buyers. And this is what we end up seeing. Now I start closing some of these, and then these are going to start tapering off because I have too many buyers that I'm working with. I'm extremely busy. I'm running around and I don't have the time to get on appointments anymore because, well, you know, I'm showing houses now. And so we're starting to see this number go up, and this is what we naturally see on some of these numbers because agents get busy. And then this is what ends up happening. We start seeing closings pop up, right? So we start seeing the closings pop up, and then we go back to zero, and it's like, uh-oh, I know what I need to do now. I need to go run more ads so I can get right back to the place where I was if I just remain consistent in running these ads. So this is why we say, guys, more ads, more places, more often. Create an overflow of leads first, then create an overflow of appointments. Then we have a people problem. So do not stop running the ads. When you set a time in your day, make sure you just, either one of two things needs to happen. If you stop running ads, you need to go get someone else to run these for you. You cannot just stop marketing because this is going to end in problems. More ads, more places, more often is going to be the key and success to your business. So we need that first. We need that problem first. So once we have too many leads out there, then we need to create an overflow of appointments to the point where you can't get on all of them. Then we have a people problem. We need to go hire ISAs and OSAs. So make those your new problems. Get a lead problem, get an appointment problem, then get people problems. These are all better problems than someone who doesn't have a current business right now, who doesn't have enough business coming in. We want to create new problems for ourselves, new, better problems for ourselves. Everyone would agree that having too many leads is a great problem to have. It's not a bad problem. I've never heard anyone complain, I have way too much business. Stop all the business. So that's where we want to get to. Guys, go create new problems for yourself, and then we have to just follow the system in order to get to the next piece, but start running this every single day. Most successful people in this industry know their numbers. So this is where we're going to start. Looking forward to it. If you have any questions, let us know. I'm ready to get you rocking and rolling. And as always, guys, get out there and go serve big. Looking forward to having this sheet help blow up your business. Have a good one, guys.